From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are going all the way back to when The Rock was actually The Rock and not Dwayne Johnson. Back to 2002. We're talking about the Scorpion King. What's up, Susie?
You're talking about the Scorpion King. I'm going to talk about how this was somehow his first movie.
It was his first movie.
I know it was his first movie.
Even though he was a CGI character in The Mummy Returns.
Yeah, so you see his facial features and everything else, and he does the roar. This is his first true acting. He was in The Mummy Returns. It was really his first movie appearance, but
as we are doing the Mummy universe the next couple weeks, we are missing Ryan. And as you guys are noticing, this is a pre-recorded episode. So starting it off, congratulations, Mikey and Heidi. We are currently at your wedding. I might not remember it.
If any of us have anything to say about it, he will not remember it.
Hey, oh, whoa. I was told I still need to be good, and I will be good. I will just enjoy myself.
We will make sure that your wife can get home.
What about me? I don't like where this is going.
You should.
So, The Scorpion King 2002.
Pause. Good pause. Before we even get into that, because in addition to celebrating Heidi and Mikey's wedding today, we have an important event that's happening the following day. Someone's celebrating their 5-year wedding anniversary.
You know, it would have helped if you said something beforehand instead of doing that, because I had no clue where you were going with that. Now I look like a jackass. Price check on Jackass.
See how long it would take before it registered in your brain.
It was the wet, and then it light bulb idiot. Ding 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 ding.
So yes, Jess and AJ are celebrating their 5-year wedding anniversary tomorrow.
No.
When this is airing, it will be tomorrow.
Okay, but we're doing it. You're messing days up in my head.
You messed my days up already.
Is it because I messaged you and you're like, this asshole?
No, actually, it's more like, this is not Thursday.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's kind of why Ryan isn't here. He usually schedules everything sleep-wise because he's a night worker. He's a truck driver. We love him. Sucks he's not here. But we'll have him next week for the meme.
So, congratulations to Heidi and Mikey on your nuptials, and congratulations to AJ and Jess for making it 5 years.
Can you guess off the top of your head how long we've been together as of the 14th? You're doing math in your head and I can see it. Or you're blinking SOS and I can't tell.
Well, I know that when Jess and I reconnected, you and her were dating, and that was back in 2011, 2012. So
no.
Am I too?
2012, I was still in high school.
Okay. So was it 2014?
It was 2013.
It was 2013.
November 14th of 2013. is
I
when she told me to shut up, and I was like, "Oh, that's a kink unlocked."
Yeah.
Can we get to
I
the
was
movie now?
doing the math. Huh?
Can we do the movie now before she it's like okay, she
Before
wasn't.
before she appears behind you and
Say her name and she appears.
so yes, now we can get on.
All right, 2002's The Scorpion King, directed by Chuck Russell, screenplay by Stephen Sommers, William Osborne, and David Hayter. Starring The Rock, obviously, Dwayne Johnson, Stephen Brand, Kelly Hu, Bernard Hill, and Michael Clark Duncan. The movie was released on April 19th, 2002. It's a very fast hour and a half at 92 minutes. Where was I? I was lost. Oh, a budget of 60 million. Brought home 178.8 million. So it was a box office monetary hit. But as we're gonna see, certain people liked it and certain people did not like it.
Wow, that summarizes my opinion of the whole Mummy franchise.
Oof. Fair point. Fair point. I see what you did there. Very clever.
Yeah. See?
But yeah, this stars The Rock as Matthias. He's the only surviving Acadian, which we saw a bunch to start, and we just realized that they're NPC characters, basically. I really like the fact that this is kind of a movie by the numbers, if you, for lack of better terms. It's guy gets paid to do a job, guy falls in love with job, guy defends job, kills person threatening job. Somebody who he's not supposed to like, he ends up falling in love with.
I got you. I followed you.
Okay. See? How many times have we seen that in media? But I actually rather enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the Mummy movies. I like Brendan Fraser. Obviously, I like The Rock. He's very green in this movie, and I kind of like that. He's not all cultured and Hollywood in this movie, but he's good. He's good in this movie. I do feel some of the screenplay and some of the writing in this movie could have been a little bit better. It just feels like some of the liners, the one-liners, or the I don't know. There's a side character played by Stephen Brand. That's not, nope, never mind, not Stephen Brand. That's not him. Grant Elzoff. Just found him really annoying. Really, really annoying. He's the comedy character sidekick.
Okay.
And he gets old really fast. Like really, really fast. But I like Stephen Brand's character as the villain. He's a conqueror. And we know how movies go like that with they want everything. Oh geez, what'd you find?
So I was looking up The Rock's movie history because I was curious. And other than the fact that he's been on an episode of the 70s show, did you know that he did Long Shot before he did Scorpion King?
Who? Sorry, I
The
missed that.
Rock.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What's Long Shot?
It's a movie.
Is it?
Yeah. 20-something tennis instructor gets embroiled in a scheme involving seduction and insider trading.
I didn't know that. I've never heard of that.
Neither have I, but it was on his thing, and I felt like I needed to share that he had been in something before Scorpion King.
Another. Now that I've said something that I didn't like about the movie character-wise, some of the writing, thing I did like, I feel like the acting was pretty good. The Rock's character, Brand's character, Kelly Hu as the sorcerer person, sorceress, I think is probably the right word. I thought she was phenomenal. I thought her being able to portray that she's doing this because she's being forced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Was there, and that when The Rock's character Matthias comes in and kind of uses her as a hostage and leaves the city, escapes the city with her, kind of thinking using her as a bargaining chip. That's when you see them go back and forth. It was like, your enemy is everybody's enemy. And you see the romance start to build, and that's kind of where I went to. Or if you've seen one of these movies, you see all these movies. But there is a
Name a movie that doesn't have this.
I'm not. Don't ask me to think. There is a very cool sequence, not the ending, because the ending I'll talk about in a second here. There's a very cool part in this movie where there's a huge ass bleeping dust storm that goes over. And The Rock just disappears into it and just starts chopping away. Bad guys go into cave. Rock is in cave. Rock is the character, or Matthias is the character that pops up out of nowhere, kills, and why. I love that kind of action. It was fun.
Hence the name Scorpion King.
Well, the reason why he's the Scorpion King is because right before he kills the last guy, he gets stabbed with a laced arrow with scorpion venom.
Mm-hmm.
And the sorceress says if he were to live, he's always going to have the blood of the scorpion in him. She does do some voodoo magic and save his life. And that's kind of where they get the Scorpion King after he beats Brand's character. But that final scene between the two of them is a very well choreographed scene, to the point where it's mano-y-mano. It's his ego versus the bad guy's ego versus Matthias's skill, basically. And right before he shoots that last arrow, it's like, block this. And nope, didn't. He pulled that string back just a little bit too far. Couldn't calculate, and what's that? Nip missed. As we saw earlier in the movie, he catches one, kind of foreshadowing how the movie ends, I guess. But I enjoyed it. Looking at Rotten Tomatoes, just because, we look at Rotten Tomatoes. Critics, 40%. Usually when we see critics go bad, we usually see the actual audience higher. No, this one's actually worse. 37%. That's got over 250,000 reviews. I don't agree with that. I would put this, at least in my perspective, right around that 60, 65 mark. I enjoyed it.
I would agree with you there, if only for, knowing The Rock as I do now, because essentially as The Rock has grown up as an actor, we've grown up with him.
Yeah. And for the most part, yeah. That's a pretty good pull.
But I would say I would probably rank this that high too. And I haven't watched the movie in its entirety, but I've watched enough scenes of where it's been on TV, and it's, you flip through all the channels, and I've gotten stuck on the channel more than once. It definitely does the Mummy series some good.
So I'm reading some of the reviews, and the bad ones are more mad that it has nothing to do with the Mummy movie.
Yeah. So
which I think is bullshit.
So, have you seen The Mummy Returns?
When I watch it, it'll be the first time in a very long time.
Okay. You will understand that comment after you've watched The Mummy Returns, because of the story they have in it about the Scorpion King.
Okay. All I remember is him coming out as the gigantic creature.
Yeah. So
also, Imhotep.
I love prequel stories, but I like there being some connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like we got there is connection, but there's not enough of it to be like, oh yeah, this is Brendan Fraser universe. This is the Mummy universe. It kind of could stand alone on its own, but when you introduce it in a movie that's as I'm not going to say critically acclaimed, but as good as The Mummy Returns was,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
I mean, it makes sense. At least I think it does.
Yeah.
But like I said, I had fun with it. I don't understand a lot of the hate that I was just reading. For the most part, they don't like how it's considered a mummy movie, but it has nothing to do with mummies. Or you know what I mean, that Mummy universe.
See, that's the thing. It's set in the Mummy universe, and it's because the character was introduced in the Mummy universe.
Yeah.
But
I also don't know how he goes, because I don't think it's ever mentioned on why he goes from such a good guy here to a bad guy. Is he a bad guy in Mummy Returns?
technically, no.
He's just somebody who's been disturbed?
He's yes.
Who disturbs my slumber?
He was given a power, and he's like a conqueror almost.
Okay.
He's very, very good at battling, very, very good at conquering lands.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of where a lot of the discrepancies kind of lie.
Okay.
Is that this took one aspect of his story, and we were looking for, okay, well, how does it connect?
Okay, that makes sense.
So I get it. I don't necessarily agree with it because I feel like everybody should take some liberties with the story they're telling. But it would have been nice to see a little bit more Easter eggs towards the Mummy.
Especially since the Mummy movies came out before this.
Yeah.
Kind of excited to talk about the Mummy, and just because we get to talk about the roller coaster more in depth.
I will never forgive you for that roller coaster. Ever.
Sorry.
That, by the way, that is the story I tell every time I'm like, well, how did you like Universal? I loved Universal until the Mummy ride. I wanted to kill the one sitting next to me.
Not sorry.
And actually, I couldn't even gotten to you because your wife was sitting between us.
No, I was in the middle.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, you so could have beat the crap out of me, but don't. I'd rather you not.
Though that was one of our favorite rides at Universal.
Not the my butt got wet.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to tell that story of how I convinced you to go on to Dudley Do Right, and you're like, oh, sure, no problem.
I didn't want to. No, say that again. I did not want to. I got called a chicken. And if anybody's ever seen Back to the Future, you don't call a guy a chicken.
I called him a chicken, and I cried. I think I wrote in the back. I did. I wrote in the back for that one. So it's his wife.
Oh, my butt's wet. My butt's wet.
And me. And you go down like 3 different down ramps.
It wasn't even the fucking big one.
By the time we went down the first one, he's like, I'm sopping wet. I'm in the back just dying of laughter.
You're laughing. Jessica's laughing. I'm not freaking out, but I'm pissed that my ass is soaked. The person, the attendee before the next lift hill is laughing their ass off. And then it doesn't help that we go on Popeyes right afterwards.
We ended with Jurassic, though.
Oh, Jessica. With the,
Well, no, that was day 1. The second day, she did not wear the poncho.
I thought you wore it both times.
No, I think the second day we went back to the hotel. We planned on doing that and then going back to the hotel to get changed.
Right.
But both times I've ridden that Jurassic Park water ride, and full force, straight into the front. Of course, it would have been nice that the first time we went through that they told us we could take off our masks.
Fair point.
It wasn't being wet that bothered me. It was the wet mask on my face.
Yep. Yep.
So
You ain't kidding.
yeah. So we've got some interesting stories from Universal to tell you about the Mummy.
I
Very
can't. I
deep
can't. I can't. I can't wait to. You're just gonna bury me. It's fine.
Oh no, I think Will wanted to bury us after we went on Gringotts like 4 times.
Maybe. Oh, that's right. We had the unlimited fast passes.
Unlimited fast pass. So you and I were just zipping through all of the.
Oh, it's because I'm everybody's riding buddy.
Mhm. Yeah. So, but yeah, this movie is definitely it's good, but it's not my favorite in this universe.
Which I'm really curious about because it's gonna be a long time since I've seen the Mummy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really excited to actually get into it, talk about it, and and go through it. Which I can't wait to hear your thoughts because you're actually gonna really do your deep dives into this because of
I've
But
only watched Mummy like 5,000 times. It's
yeah,
also,
that's kind of where I was going with that.
it's also the first movie that gave me nightmares.
Really?
Yep.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
That was okay. That was not one I was expecting you to say.
The first time I ever watched the movie, believe it or not, is Where I Live Now.
So this is recent, and you've watched it that much recently?
No, when it first came out, I watched it in my house.
Oh, I thought you meant like where you live now.
Well, yeah, Where I Live Now. I bought my house from a family member. You're so slow today. Are you okay?
I forgot about that. You've been there for what, 5 or 6 years yet?
4.
Shut up. This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
I have been here as long as I've been married.
Okay. I think that checks. I think that checks.
It should check because I only got married like 5 months after you.
That checks. All right, everybody. What are your thoughts on the Scorpion King? Let us know in the comment sections. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We got more episodes coming. And just so you guys know, we're going to be back on schedule on Sundays for Welcome to Derry.
This
With-
week was a fluke.
Episode 4 will come out on Sunday. And then we'll do an immediately following episode of the Spoiler Warning Show.
Yeah.
All right, take care, everybody. See ya.
And if you're lucky, you'll get a special guest star.
I'm not spoiling that one.